Don't forget to check out my Patreon where we have exclusive videos, link in description. We are doing NCT World 2.0, NCT Dream Mental Camping, Level Up Project, all seasons, Blackpink House, Twice TV, 16. We had Kingdom, Knowing Bros, Running Man, K-Dramas, and Hypen, GOT7, 17, and so much more. So link in description down below. Hey guys, Angie here, and today we have my video from the Twice tour we went on. I don't even know how to talk about this. This is such an interesting video to make. I haven't made one like this since I went to see Monster X like 80 years ago. So, oh wait, I did one on 17. I did do that. I don't really have too much to talk about per se. Most of this video is probably gonna be like a pretty long video, and most of it will be footage from the concert because it's kind of hard to really discuss everything. I was thinking we can do this by saying what songs I really loved live, discuss the encore, and then maybe go through each member and like how I saw them at the concert and all that. I will say, one, I'm very tired still. The concert was Sunday. Monday I came back, very frustrating train ride. So today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday night. I got this shirt. Oh, well, let me say. Okay, so I left Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Got to New York at like 6 p.m. I think. Took an Uber for an hour. Got to the hotel at 7 p.m. Went to bed around midnight. Got up around 9. Left to the venue, the arena, at, I think I got there at like 11. I met with someone, you know who you are. We had seats together. We waited for merchandise. I really wanted the bucket hat. Could not get the bucket hat. I got this shirt and this shirt. It was pretty cold. I had a cute outfit. I was gonna post a picture on Patreon, but internet sucked. I also had a lot more planned per se. Like I had a better idea of what I was gonna do in regards to like YouTube and everything, and in regards to scheduling Patreon posts. But internet at the hotel wasn't it. It was not it. It just wasn't it. But it's okay. I mean, I had ideas on what I wanted to happen and they didn't. But it didn't. Everything worked out decently. So I got the merch. The doors didn't open till 5:30. So when there were many cute outfits. Lots of people had some cute outfits. I really love K-pop concerts because people go like all out in comparison to like other concerts where you kind of just show up in an outfit. Like I think the only concert I went to where people had like outfits were 5 Seconds of Summer, and I was one of those people too where you dress up in kind of like a theme. Like I think for Rock Out With Your Socks Out, it was very flannel, because that was kind of the look for everyone. It was kind of like that. So for Twice, there were a lot of people in Ua Ua outfits, like the camera and everything. I actually wanted to do that too, but then I already got the pink outfit because I when I was going through my closet, I was like, wait, I do have camouflage pants. I could have dressed up as maybe like, who has camo pants? I think it was Momo. I think a lot of people did like Momo's outfit. There were some people who were like, I think it's Yes or Yes themed, where it was a lot of plaid skirts. Everyone who wore skirts, y'all are crazy, couldn't be me. But yeah, it was very fun. They didn't give you bags, so there's a whole bag issue that ended very badly for me. RIP. But yeah, it was very fun. So got to seats around like 6. Concert started at 7:30. Now I don't remember the order of all the songs, of course, but we did start with The Feels. Amazing. Loved it. And Feels Special. I wish I printed out or like wrote the set list. Obviously I'm not going to go through every song though, but The Feels was just a great intro. I always hate when they start with a song that I really like though, because I do kind of forget that moment, but I think I actually really deeply remember that moment, so that's great. Like for 17, Monster X, and BTS, I always kind of blank out. It's like I'm kind of in shock for a minute because you realize how great they are. But I think it's because, okay, I was row 8, but like section 5, so I wasn't in the front stage, but it's like very close to the outer stage. Like there's the walkway and then there's the end stage. I think that's always the best seat though, because they actually went to that stage a lot more than I thought they would, but then they didn't during certain times where I really wish they did, but whatever, I'm not gonna be picky. So yeah, my favorite songs live were probably Icon, 132. That we're gonna talk about that one though, because okay, well actually we'll talk about it here. That's one of the songs I wish they did on the outer stage, because for Push and Pull, wow, I'm gonna blank on who's in each unit right now. Am I really gonna do that? Oh, I'm embarrassed. Jiho, Dahyun, and Sana. I hope that's right. Oh, I'm blanking. I'm sorry, I'm tired. They went out to the front stage. I think it was them 3. Yeah, I'm blanking on Sana. Yes, Sana's in that because it's Jungyeon, Tzuyu, Momo, Nayeon, Chaeyoung. Okay, yeah. So Sana, Dahyun, and Jiho, they came out to that stage, but then for 132 and Hello, they didn't come out, which was really weird. I'm wondering if it's like a certain reason for that, but whatever. So yeah, actually More and More was really good live. I really liked More and More live. Like he was really fun live. Dahyun, right? Yeah, Dahyun during Likey did the dance break, like the little dance break part, which was so cute. We'll talk about more about Dahyun in a minute. But then the Encore, they did extra songs, which I was hoping they would, but of course you never know. I was like, it's the last stage, they're probably gonna do extra songs, and they did, because for the last concert they did one extra song. So for this one they also did an extra song, which was really fun. Or they did 2 extra songs, 2 or 3. Like usually they did 4 songs for encores, but they did 7, and it was let me get this BDZ. I don't think this is gonna be the order, but I'm just gonna say them so I remember. BDZ, Love Foolish, TT, Signal, Rollin', I Want to Be a Star, Baby Blue Love. 7 songs. So I think it was BDZ, Love Foolish, Rollin', Baby Blue Love. I already blanked again. What was the other one? Oh, whatever. It was those 7. And apparently the manager was pretty mad. I hope I put a picture or the video here of people on TikTok where they show that the manager was mad. He kept trying to run out and pull the wheel, but like, nope, girls did it. I don't quite blame the manager though, because some people were saying this on Twitter too, where if you go past a certain like time frame, you get charged like double for running the arena or something like that. And I think that's also why. So when the concert ended, staff were pretty freaking rude. And they were like, so I sat down. Actually, a lot of people like in my area sat down. Everyone else was kind of clearing out, but a few people in this section were sitting down, and a few people scattered were sitting still, which is not like that bad. Like that's pretty common for a concert. Like I've sat down for like 10 minutes once, and it's pretty common. I'm guessing it's because they needed everyone out, because you have like a time frame to clean up and everything, and I think that's why, because everyone was rushing very much. Like I thought like something, like it's almost as if like something happened, because they were like, you need to get out, leave now, like you gotta go, like leave, get up, go. And I'm like, get my bag, I have to get my stuff. And people were like, whoa, what's like, jeez dude, like but going on Twitter, I'm like, I guess that's why. In retrospect, they could say that, maybe say, hey, we need to lock up at this time, you need to leave, like, but they're just being rude. So I think I don't quite blame them, but they could have said it better. It's the tone of how you say things. But let's go through each member. We're gonna go somewhat age order. We're gonna start with Jiho because she's a leader, and then maybe go in age order somewhat. Like if I mix someone up, it's just because I don't remember quite birthdays, but in the order that'll help me. Jiho looked amazing. Me with every member, we're gonna say that every time. Jiho looked amazing. Like, okay, so if you're new to this channel, why are you watching this video? I don't know. But if you're new to this channel, or if you're not quite aware of me, if you don't go to my Patreon or something where we watch live performances, I always say Jiho is the best performer, and I stand by that after seeing them live. Jiho glows. Jiho loves the stage. Jiho's dancing to all the choreo, even for the encores. Like, she was out here like like she was going for it. Queen behavior. Love Jiho. Jiho's my second bias, so I'm biased there, but Jiho killed the stage. Jiho owned the stage. The stage was hers. There was not, okay, one, when I say this, please know I don't blame anyone for it. It's pretty common, like, especially if in a big group where, like, not everyone's singing. Even when Jiho wasn't singing, she was doing something. And we're gonna get to members who, like, weren't, which is totally fine, me in a group. But, like, Jiho was, like, never just chilling. Like, she was always either smiling, bright, grooving along, like, doing her thing. Loved it. Queen. Gorgeous. Loved it. She's so pretty. Her vocals amazing live as per usual. Okay, Nayeon. God, I knew I was missing a member. Nayeon. Nayeon. Honestly, Nayeon did not go to my part of the stage very much. She went to like I was like, okay, so I was seat 3 or 4. 3. So here's like, this is the stage. I was like on this side and she was like on this side. I don't know if it's gonna show well for you guys, but like she was basically on the other side, and then there was a stupid person with a sign. No, you're not stupid, I'm sorry, but like, don't bring signs to concerts, please. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. Like, I understand wanting to have a poster. I brought a poster to 5 Seconds of Summer and I never lifted it, not gonna lie. But like, it's just rude. Imagine you are in front of or behind this stupid poster person. You're not gonna like that, so why put a poster? Anyways, so I didn't see Nayeon very much. She looked great though. She looked really great. She also has such the cutest smile. I don't know why I want to point that out, but I do, because when she would smile, it was just very nice to see it on the screen. But yeah, I didn't see much of her. Maybe really sad, but her vocals were amazing. I would usually put Jiho as like #1 live vocals, but I think Nayeon might surpass her just here. Maybe I was just like noticing it more here, but she looked great. I liked her in Alcohol Free specifically. I don't know what it is about that one, but I really liked her there. Also, her voice in Moonlight was beautiful, and I loved her cute little like talking point on like, oh, did you guys do that thing for, oh dang it, what song was it? We did something with the light sticks. What song was it? I'm so mad. And she was like, oh, did you specifically do it for the song? I'm very mad I don't remember what song it is. Was it Alcohol Free? And she pointed it out and she just thought it was really cute, but now I don't remember what song it was and I'm very mad. Regardless, it was really cute how she like noticed it and as she had us do it again. I think her and Dahyun were like the funniest in talking parts. Like, she also teased Dahyun a lot for like when Dahyun was saying, oh, do JYP or something, and then Dahyun was like, what? Like, did you plan this? She's like, and then Dahyun was like, no, ad-lib. And I just think that was so cute. But yeah, Nayeon looked great, amazing, sang very well, loved it. Also, I think to me, her and Chae had like the best stage outfits. Just my take. And Tzuyu too. She looked really good. But yeah, let's go to Jungyeon. Jungyeon, I came into this, I bought these tickets. I went to this concert 2 months ago, 3 months ago, in mind, in like December, like Junghyun's not going to this tour. Like I knew it. Like I, in my mind, I was like, she's not going. Like, and I accepted it and I understood it, and I went into going to this concert with that in mind. So when I saw she was going to the US concerts, I was like, oh my god. So it made me really happy just to see her. Everyone was hype. We had our little glow sticks during Feel Special for her. Loved it. Everyone was cheering. Even those non-Junghyun stans, we were all hype. We were shouting her name, cheering extra loud for her. And she had a little speech at the end that had me like a little teary-eyed. Like I was like, oh, Junghyun. Oh, me getting teary-eyed right now. It was just so sweet, and it was just nice to see her. And I think during the first few concerts, like she was a little nervous and everything. This one, she didn't, like I was looking at her and seeing like, is she okay? You know, just seeing her. She was fine. She didn't look anxious or anything. Of course, you'll never know. But like during the other concerts, I believe like Mina was checking on her and stuff, and she was a little anxious, I think. But she wasn't at all during this one. So I think she said something along the lines of she's found ways to kind of handle her emotions or anxiety or something like that. I can't quite remember. I have the video. I think I don't know if I recorded during that part. I tried to record either like parts of every song, but not the whole song unless it was a song that I really wanted the whole video for. But during a lot of the talking parts, either I only recorded if Chae was talking or if like a funny event was happening, like Dahyun. So I was, when it wasn't like anything funny, I was just trying to like listen and stare at them. But yeah, Junghyun sounded great live. During the encore, I think her voice cracked, but like they were doing like 30 songs, so it was more like a funny thing, not like a oof. It was like just kind of like a cute. Momo. We'll go to Momo. I think Momo's older than Sana, right? Whatever. Momo was probably the one I didn't see the most. No, that's wrong. I think it was Mina. But like Momo was one of the members who was a little like just quieter, but that's Momo. Like I expect that. She looked great. She killed the dancing as per usual. When she was in the center during, I think, Icon, I don't remember. It was like that section. I was just staring at her and I was like, you look amazing, sweetie. Like you're doing great. I really wish they did Ua Ua just for that part with Momo. Ugh. If you don't know, Ua Ua is to this day my favorite title track, so I am very heartbroken it wasn't on the set list, but it's fine because we had like Signal and Knock Knock and stuff. But dang, to see her do that live, little hair flip, you know, when the camera's not moving away when she does the hair flip thing, it would have been beautiful. But that aside, she was great. She was, so like I've like said this before, when I saw 17, as there's 12 members who went on that tour because Sungchul was away for mental health. I only saw like half the members. Here I felt that too, though I would say it's more like two of the members I wouldn't see that much, and that's like Momo and Mina. And it's fine, like I'm not mad about it. Like of course I wish I could have seen them more, but Momo, just I didn't see her a lot, and when I did, she was being cute though. I have some pictures of her. I have some. Also, I didn't see Junghyun a lot. Like, so them three, Junghyun, Momo, and Mina. I was so sad I didn't see Mina that much, but like she'll come by, so it's like I'll be like, oh, Mina, hi. So yeah, I can't talk about Momo too much because she didn't do too much. Actually, though, I do want to say I'm a very Momo vocal defender, and I think Momo was really good live. I think she sounded really good live. She has a very distinct voice, so even though I don't like memorize every member's parts, and if they were in front of me and I saw them singing, I wasn't like focused on like who that was. But when Momo would sing, I'd be like, I would hear and be like, oh, that's Momo. Where is she? But yeah, Momo sounds good live to me. Sana, there's two members on this tour who has bias direct me to no end, and that is Sana. Sana is one of them. You probably already know like who the other one is, but Sana looks gorgeous. Sana glows. Her smile, live. I don't know, it's not even live because it's on the screen, but like when she would smile, especially when she was speaking, like she was just the cutest thing. Sana was so cute live. Like I can't even explain the radiance of joy and happiness she like eluded into the arena. Like she was just a bubbling like ball of energy. She was just a saint from heaven. We don't deserve her. I've always said Sana has moments where I just kind of like fall in love with her, and it was during like 16, twice in Switzerland, and now here. Like there are just moments where Sana just takes over and I forget everyone else. And there was like very distinct moments on stage. I think I have one of them, and she wasn't even dancing hard or anything, but like I don't remember what song it was. It may have been Espresso or something. She was in like a very simple sexy dance, and she was on the screen, and I was like entranced by it. Like she was just, I think everyone screamed too, and it wasn't like she was doing anything crazy though. It was just like she did like once. That's why I say Sana's like the sexiness of Twice. Like she has this sensual vibe to her, but it's very subtle and like breathtakingly beautiful. Like it's not too much. It's just like she oozes like sensuality. And I think something about that small body wave thing she did, I don't know what she did, like everyone just like cheered. But yeah, she ultimate bias wrecker of a live concert for me. Let's see, Mina, we'll talk about Mina. I hope I don't forget anyone. We'll have to go through the members again. But Mina, I think Mina's next, because I think it would be Jiho and then Mina. Mina, I'm depressed. Mina didn't come to my part very much, and when she did, she wasn't like doing much. She was just being Mina, which is fine. So Mina is one of the two members who I felt like didn't do much when their part wasn't happening, and I would like look at them. She would just kind of stand there, and like that's fine because that's like what I would expect of her. Like she'll do like this little like thing. Like that's what she would do, and I was fine with that. Like that's what I want. I want them to just be themselves, especially like during the encores. Like Mina would just kind of do this, or like there'd be one part where she'll just like randomly go off and like just do the choreo out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, okay. And that's what I expect from her, so I got what I would expect, and I'm okay with that. And it's why I love Mina. It's why she's my bias wrecker. It's what I expect, and I am very happy with it. She sounded beautiful live, of course. She didn't say too much. Yeah, not too much to say on Mina. She looked pretty. The one regret, not seeing a lot of Mina. But like I said, when I did see her, she was so cute. Who should we go to next? Dahyun, the queen of this concert. Dahyun is that member who I always like have this giddiness towards, but I also like, she's not like my bias or anything, but she'll like often take my attention. I think most will agree. Like there's always like that member of the group who takes everyone's attention. I feel like that's Dahyun. She's the mood maker. It makes sense. But there was something about her energy. I'm like, did she like take a Red Bull before this concert? Because I'm used to seeing her hyped up through a show, but that show is edited, so there's things taken away. This was a 3.5 hour concert. By the way, this is the longest concert I've been to. It's even longer than BTS's, which was like 3 hours. So like Twice, you go girls. This was the longest concert ever. I'd have to check how long 17's was. It was pretty long, but this was the longest concert. I think I'll probably, if I remember, maybe add like their time frames. But I'm pretty sure this is longer because yeah. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's a 3.5 hour concert. Their breaks were very short. I think I had to put that in mind when I think about BTS and 17 and Monster X. Monster X definitely wasn't the longest, but like those segments in between songs can be pretty long. Not too long, like 3-4 minutes. I think Twice's were maybe 2 minutes. Like, and that's being generous. I don't even think they were 2 minutes. Like they probably were, but it did not feel that way. Cause like I would be at a concert and I'd be like, this is a pretty long like interlude. But it makes more sense for like a solo artist to me, which may not make sense to you guys. I don't know why, but to me it would make more sense for a solo artist because it's just them and they have to change and everything. But like for a group, no, I guess it makes sense because they would all have to change. Never mind, I'm taking back what I'm saying. I'd say maybe during unit songs. That's why those they don't have like interludes, because while they can change while they're singing. But anyways, Dahyun, what the point is, Dahyun kept her energy the whole concert. Like, I'm not kidding, Dahyun was always on that end stage platform, and if I ever like was looking at another member, I would like glance to Dahyun because she's like always in my face, like, and I'm like, hi. I'm just kidding, we're like 8 rows away, but still. And I'd always look at her and she's always smiling, always doing something, always being cute, always up. I swear she must have had a Red Bull. Like, there's no, because I know Dahyun's pretty introverted and everything, so I'm like, I would expect to see her have her energetic moment, and then like if I'm looking at her and she's not on the screen, like maybe she'd be like on her default state. Like I would expect that with Sana, and Sana was always smiling too, or like Jiho, but not Dahyun. I really thought she'd be like her true form will like show on stage. Nope. I mean, I guess that is her true form, but I don't know. It was really interesting. I'm pretty sure she's an introvert, right? I think Sana, it was said Sana's the only extrovert. Maybe Dahyun's like closer to the extrovert line, but she's technically an introvert. I don't know. Or she's just really hype on stage. A lot of artists are introverts, but obviously their stage is like their home platform, so they would be more hyped. Anyways, we're talking too long. Chaeyoung! Am I gonna rant about Chaeyoung for like 10 minutes? Maybe. Chaeyoung, I am forever grateful. She was always on my side of the stage. There's like 2 times when she wasn't, like twice when she wasn't. And even then I could see her. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. She looks gorgeous live. She's so cute. She's just the cutest ball of energy ever. Actually, she wasn't very energetic, but that's Chaeyoung. She was very cute, very adorable. I took a million pictures of her. She was like, me talking like I'm in love, but like she like got these little hearts that were shot from the cannons, the little confetti hearts, and she like put them on her cheeks, and she like licked them and put them on her cheeks, and like I think Junghyun, I can't remember, like look at her like, what the heck are you doing? It was so cute. She hung out with Tzuyu a lot, which made me happy, as they are both my biases, because I have 80 biases and twice. Chaeyoung's just my number 1, but it was so cute. Oh my god, I loved her. I swear, like whenever she went on the screen, my heart just like dropped, like in a good way. It was so, why am I gonna cry? Also, I just started my period, so like if I'm more emotional, that is why. But TMI, yes, but that explains my emotions. Yeah, I don't know, like she just looked so pretty, but like in a very more natural way, because Chaeyoung is very pretty, but like she has this beauty to her that's very, like I could see her walking down the street. Like there's like the beauty of like Chewy, where like you don't see a Chewy walking around, but like there's something more like real. Not that Chewy's not real, but like Chaeyoung, what I like about Chaeyoung is she has like this normalness to her. Well, Chewy just looks like she's so out of this world pretty. Like, and then there's like Chaeyoung. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, there's like I could see me walking into like Walmart and see like a Chaeyoung shopping, and you just like do like double take, and you're like, wow, she's really pretty. Like you'll like be with somebody, be like, isn't she pretty? Does anyone do that? That's to me Chaeyoung's beauty. Like you see them, but they don't look like, she doesn't look like an idol. But like there's a lot of idols like that, where you're like, I could just see them being like a normal person. I don't know why we're talking about this, but like that's what I feel about her. So when I saw her live, I'm like, wow, she's just a person, like, and she just looks like that, you know? Anyways, not too much to say about Chae, because Chae was one of the members who was like not doing much, but like that's the beauty of it. I think that's the beauty to me of like having a concert that's like not a video edited. Like you see them when one member's singing, and if it's not like a song where I'm mainly talking about the encore songs, I guess, or like the one or two songs. I don't know, the encore sticking to me most, I guess. Because a lot of the other songs were on the end, or like Scientist and knock no, not knock knock, like Scientist, and I'm blanking on the other songs. There was like a few they did on the end stages, but like they were doing the choreo, so it's a little different. So I'm mainly talking about the encore, I guess, where I could see their real personalities coming through. Maknae line, besides Dahyun, like, so Tzuyu and like Chae, they weren't doing much. Like they weren't playing it for the stage, and I kind of like that. So she wasn't doing much, but like I'm in love with her, so I don't care. But then here we have Tzuyu. Tzuyu did not a thing. Tzuyu is a robot, and I love it. I love it though. I literally have. I hope I put it in here because we're about to end the video anyway. So I hope I watch this segment and remember. She did not. She was like just standing there for like a good minute on stage, I swear. And I was recording her, and I was waiting for her to kind of do something. And this also made me sad because I think about this a lot when I watch concerts, even not like going to a concert. Like if I just watch a concert, Tzuyu doesn't have many lines, and they did a lot of songs where she didn't have lines. And I saw people complaining about this on Twitter, where like she wouldn't show on the screen. She showed quite a lot on the screen for me, but I think some other concerts she wouldn't go on the screen much because she doesn't have a lot of lines. And even when she did get lines, they said she wouldn't show up, like when you're supposed to click to the member who's singing so they're on the screen so you know who's singing and stuff. And I kind of understand, and this is where I'm like sad because she doesn't get that many lines, and it reminds me a lot of like Yesung or Taehyung from BTS or something, like mainly back in the days for BTS, where you can just see the members who don't get lines kind of looking almost bored, and it makes me sad because I was waiting for her to sing in some parts, and I'm like, oh yeah, she doesn't sing in that much of the song. And then there was one part, I think it was in Candy, she finally sang. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I was waiting for her to sing, and it happened. I was like, oh, yay. But it kind of made me a little sad, but not too much, because I did see some of the other members not singing much, and it was a lot of like Nayeon and Jiho singing and Dahyun, so that makes sense though. But I don't know, it was very interesting. But yeah, she didn't do much. She is Tzuyu though. She's kind of a chill person. But then she would like pop off and do like the whole freaking choreo to TT with her like blank face. I love it. Her blank face, but her beauty transcends into cool. Like she looks great doing it. But yeah, it was great. Great concert. 10 out of 10 would recommend, even though the tour's over, so never mind. But and when they do have a DVD, because we know they will, buy it or illegally download it. Definitely recommend. The set list was fine. I actually wasn't too mad at the set list. I do wish for a Last Waltz, but they did Baby Blue Love and Love Foolish and Signal, so I can't be too mad at it. Like, they did two of my favorite songs on that wheel, and I'm always gonna be like genuinely like grateful for it. Like I'm genuinely grateful for those two songs. Like it's almost sad to be like that excited for two songs, but like I was so like not expecting Baby Blue Love. I was hoping for Love Foolish, but I didn't even put Baby Blue Love on my mind, because I was like, as long as I got, like when they did Love Foolish, I was like, oh, I'm satisfied, like I'm done for the night, we're good. But then they did Baby Blue Love, and I possibly dropped my phone. Like I almost did. It was fabulous. I know there were other things I wanted to say real quick. I did get some confetti. Let me get it. This is the bag I brought. I went to the Line Friends store in Times Square and the Disney store like briefly before going on the train again. So I got this little keychain. His name is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Haikun? It's Asahi from Treasure's little robot dude. He's over here too. They're in the Line Friends. I was like, oh, they're there. That's cute. But yeah, this is a little bag I brought to the concert. This is my little keychain. Hello. The stickers are indeed falling off. Like, I'm very glad they made it through the concert because I've dropped this keychain 80 times. But yeah, they shot confetti. They were in shapes, which was really cute because usually it's just plain confetti, and I'm totally fine with that too. Yes, I'm the person who grabs confetti from concerts. I still have my confetti from my BTS concert and my One Direction concert from like 2014. So they're little hearts. These are the hearts that indeed Chaeyoung put on her face. I have like a whole bunch. But yeah, so what else? Like, Dahyun, I'm gonna add the clip. She did a really funny JYP thing. She also messed up her English a lot, but like in a very almost humorous way. I could see she felt like really like insecure about it, or like not insecure, but like, oh fuck, I messed up, you know, like. But everyone laughed, and I felt like maybe, I hope it eased her. I hope she didn't think we were making fun of her, because after I laughed, I felt like, oof, imagine if I messed up on another language in front of 20,000 people and they laughed. But I think Dahyun understands, like, onces don't care. Like, we think it's sweet, we think it's cute. I'm also just very proud. She spoke very well English. Chewy spoke so well. Oh my god, Chewy spoke in English, and I was just very proud of her. I was just sitting there like, go queen, you're doing great, sweetie. She's very slow. She was going one by one. She said passionate instead of passion and got so embarrassed. She was the cutest thing. I love her so much. But yeah, Dahyun was so funny. She was the highlight for me for sure. It felt like a comedy show. I have this like one clip of her dancing to Roland, and I watched it 80 times. I showed it to everyone. Whenever anyone asked me how was the concert, I showed them that clip. Not the cool dancing, not the choreo, not the great vocals. I showed them the clip of Dahyun doing like this dance. Like, I can't do it, but queen energy, love it. I also posted stuff on Twitter and got like 900 likes on pictures of Chewy and like 700 likes on like pictures of Jiho. My Twitter is linked below. I don't know if I retweet a lot of things, so I think you would have to go to like media and see everything. So if you do want to see like the full length videos, because I'm gonna definitely put like, well, not full length, but minute lengths, I don't know, but all my full lengths I'm gonna put on Facebook. But if you want to see longer videos of certain things, I only put like some, but yeah. Anyways, loved it. It made me love Twice 10 times more. So when I went to 17, I already loved 17, but then when I went to their concert, it built this like love for them 10 times higher. Like, I went there as a Joshua stan, like #1 Joshua stan ever. Left as like a Minghao old stan. Like, Minghao is my #1. Now it's like I just solidified my love for Chae, I'm not gonna lie, but like I've found like such love for like especially Sana and Dahyun. I don't know. Yeah, briefly, I didn't get to show my light stick in another video. This is the light stick. I put little stickers like resembling the members that I feel suits them. I tried to look up what their emojis were. I didn't see much. And then Chae with a little Daiki and then a little heart next to Twice. Yeah, I'll probably take the stickers off. I don't know. But anyways, that is it for this video. I'll probably just rant about it sometimes more in like videos of Twice maybe. I'll try not to, because I know sadly not everyone can go to the concert. I spoke about this concert so much in the past few Twice videos. Honestly, I think most of you guys know I was just really excited. But like sometimes I say, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't mention it too much, because I do get sad too if I have FOMO when I see people talking about concerts and everything they got to go to and then I couldn't go. So I'll try not to do it too much, though I do know sometimes people like when people talk about concerts that they don't get to go to, because then you can kind of like live with them through it. But I feel like that's the minority. I feel like majority will just get sad and be like, oh, I don't get to go, and so I don't want to do it too much. But that's why I did this whole video, because if you don't want to hear people talking about it, you don't have to. But yeah, it's probably gonna be like an hour-long video because I spoke for 40 minutes. I did not think I would. But yeah, like, the next 20-ish minutes, I'll probably like compile my favorite moments from like every video I've taken. I'll like put videos. If you want to see pictures, I'll put some in the thumbnail, my favorite pictures, because I have 2 favorite pictures. But I'll put some in the thumbnail, but I do have a lot more on Twitter. My Twitter will be linked below. But that is it for this video. I want to talk more about this concert, because I feel like when I'm done talking, it's just like, that's all I can say. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a future Twice video. Bye!
last day, so let's have a super great time together, okay? Next. My name is Jiho. This is Tzuyu, and this is our final concert in US concert. And let us hear your passionate energy from the stage. Yes, I'm really looking forward to today's concert. Yes. Do you feel the same way? Nice. Yes, great, nice, perfect. Let's have a great time until the end. I'm Chaeyoung. Let's fun tonight. 네, 이렇게 one, twice, 네, 오늘 Just a shot 너무 영성이 누구야 있는 그대로 Just a shot 꿈은 너의 잘나가는 바로 잘해준 것도 없지 앞뒤로 꿈이 없어 그대로 막고 네 모습 그대로 자연스러운 감정 살며시 다가와 무심 반드시 액션 너 불러줘 Dahyun time. Would you step forward and do it for us? The concert is a very good thing because I can hear your beautiful voice. Dahyun teacher. Okay, please follow me. Okay. I say toi, you say is. Toi, toi. I say one, you say 스. One, one. 한국 같은데요? 어젯밤에 준비하셨나요? Did you prepare this last night? No, no. This is a dream. 저 그거 하고 싶어요. 뭐요? 왼쪽이랑 가운데 오른쪽에 JYP 했으면 좋겠어요. Left, middle, right, and do JYP. Okay? This is left J. Okay? J. You say J. Center. You say Y. Right? You say P. Okay? 우리 이거 찍어가지고 피디님한테 보여드릴게요. Can we film this and send it to him? 찍어주세요. Someone film this, please. Yes. Twice the father name is Jaeyoung. 우리 이거 잘해야 되니까 연습을 먼저 해볼까? Okay. So we have to do this nicely. So why don't we give it a practice round? Let's practice. Okay? Yes. 3, 2, 1 하면 시작하는. Okay, okay. 오, 피디님 있어. 3, 2, 1. They're good. 이제 진짜로 가볼까요? Now this is the real one. Yes, this is real. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. JP, maybe smile. Father, do you see me? Father, I miss you. Wow. And 저희가 이제 뒤로 오셔도 돼요. Now you can step back.
엄청 즐기시면서 춤추시면서 따라 불러주시는 그 모습이 너무너무 예뻤어요.
When we played Moonlight, we can see one singing along and following along to our songs, and that looks so pretty.
신기하고요?
And I kind of want to hear it again.
좋아요. 어떤 파트를 불러보면 좋을까요?
Which part should we sing?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You and I dancing in the moonlight, kiss you in the moon's red. Baby, I don't want nobody else but you and I. Dancing in the moonlight, kiss you in the moon's red. Baby, I don't want nobody else but you. US tour, but because so many months we got to have fun with us, we were able to have a great, super great time. Thank you so much, and I hope to be back. I don't know if you could feel my heart in English. I just want to say thank you. And love you guys. And stay healthy. And take care. I hope see you again. I got something for you. Wow, what is this? Oh, do you know Doop? Doop is Korean. Tofu is English. In English, tofu. Oh no, Korean. Doop. Doop. Oh, you say doop. Yes, I'm so happy. Thank you! See you again! I'm so happy too.
Take your time. Take your time with it, Gina.
저는 매번 콘서트를 할 때마다 굉장한 뭔가 좋은 영향을 엄청나게 받거든요.
Each time I do a concert, I receive so many positive vibes.
근데 이번에 투어를 하면서 진짜 되게 배울 것도 너무 많았고 그리고 또 너무 좋은 에너지를 받은 것 같아요.
But through this tour, I learned so many new things and I received such positive energy.
Thanks New Year ones for coming, and I really hope you enjoy our show tonight. No doubt your love and support are the biggest motivation for me to move forward. And I hope that our performance can always bring you happiness. Finally, thanks New Year once again, and thanks for your passionate. And you have given me such a memorable night. Thank you very much. Really love you. Okay, Mina, go first. Let's go. Please.
finger rolling.
Bingo, 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 rolling.
시간. Can we go back?
뭐야 나 너와 같은 빛 뭐야 나
Thank you.
I know you feel it too
Three, four, five, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baby, I'm ready for you. 山和你一起。